Was fucking good, cants. How we doing, boys and girls? What have I missed? I can't see any of the chats for some reason. I know a couple came through. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Oh, hey, Crystal, how you doing? Smelly fingers disliking the video. Give me a chance, bro. Give me a fucking chance. I think it actually helps, to be honest. How you doing, Crystal? How are we all doing tonight? Have we all recovered? Have we all recovered from a shocking fucking card? And obviously England getting slapped up, which we all probably expected. $1,000 people Paradox raid incoming. Fucking hell. My first legit Paradox / no chill MMA raid. What the fuck? What the fuck? How we doing? How's it going, Angie? Good to see you. Good to see you back. How we doing? Thanks for popping by, No Chill. So much to talk about. I have not recovered. I am sinking into an alcoholic depression. Did we really expect anything else? Chad raid, you can't. I saw Chad that had a bad MMA math pre-stream, which is pretty sweet. I'm really coming up in the world. Next week's you're sick right now. I'm really sorry to hear that, Angie. Hope you recover soon. Next week's card is worse. I don't know. I didn't think last night's card was that bad. I'm still maintaining that the reason why it was so utterly filth is the order of the card did not help. By the time we got to the co-main, I think everyone was dead on their feet. We had a massive adrenaline dump from John Silver, the fucking Chad, getting the job done. And I think it was only going to be downhill from there. I think we all felt it. The only reason why I stuck around is because I had money on the line. And that was literally the only reason. I'm in Benton. What a beautiful KO by Charles. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I didn't bet on that fight because I was a bit wary of where that might go. That was a bit of a coin toss for me, and the same reason why I didn't bet on the co-main event, the two old men scrapping it out. How we doing, Smelly Fingers? Thanks for the dislike, you prick. The co-main was great. To be fair, yeah. I was in ITP's live chat, and I was also talking to. I was mainly focusing on Dougie's chat, but I was kind of operating between the two, and I missed the great majority of that fight. To be honest, it was the one fight I didn't really watch. How we doing, Kloss? Sorry, I think I missed one or two there. Doing some snowflakes in the pool. It's a blast. Is that what I think it is? Hey, can I ask you something? You can ask me something. You can ask me something, bro. That's what we're here for. That's what we're fucking here for. I lied. I actually liked the video. Is that you asking me something or just telling me something? I actually don't care about the dislike stuff. I think it basically achieves the same thing. To be honest, it was horrendous. Well, which part? The whole card? I didn't think the whole card was that bad. I still maintain it was a better card than we expected. I just think the way that it ended really just ruined the entire thing. To be honest, I think that was the issue. What a shit day. I was thinking about this during the match here, and that entire tournament underwhelmed me, and I don't think I would have felt any different if we'd won. To be honest, I'm so over this shit. I am 5'8", 5'8" of white chocolate goodness, And how much do you weigh? I weigh about, I think I'm between like 155 and 160 now, which would be my walk around weight. So I think if I was a UFC fighter, I'd be a bona fide atom weight, the way things go. But yeah, I'm 5'8", about yeah, I think like, I don't know how much it is in pounds. Somebody might want to check that out for me. I'm literally, take it easy, Angie. I hope you feel better. I bet on Spain as well. I'm literally, I think I'm around about 68 to 69 kilograms the last time I checked, which was a few days ago. So that's about where I'm at right now. I mog you. Paradox, I don't believe anything you say, bro. It's like you're a 56-year-old Bayesian who's how tall did you say you were? 7'8", wherever it was. I don't know, bro. There's a lot of suspicion that, like, I don't believe any part of that. I don't believe that you're 56. I don't believe that you're Bayesian, and I don't believe that you're male. So suck on that. You'd probably gain a lot of muscle. So did you say you were doing snowflakes as in cocaine in the did you say in a jacuzzi? I totally might have misread that. I'd be wary about my powder getting wet, to be honest. But if you can make it work, fucking sounds like a good time, to be honest. Like $8. It's worth betraying your country for any amount of money, to be fair. Do you think it's harder for bigger guys when it comes to body weight exercises? It definitely is. Well, I was talking about my push-up routine a couple of streams ago, and I used to be able to whack out like 100, 110 push-ups in a row when I was much smaller. I used to be really skinny. I mean, I'm not exactly a fucking tank now, but I used to be much smaller, and I found it way easier. It's all relative, isn't it? Yeah, Bayesian. I think that's the term. Lots of finishes don't make a card great, but it helps. Yeah, I think we got I think overall it wasn't that bad. Like going through the card, let's just double check. Because I'm going to try and justify my thoughts on this one. And I do think the card was like, it was like what's the opposite of a shit sandwich, where you've got shit on the outside and gold in the middle. That's kind of what it felt like. So I mean, the Evan Elder and Flowers card was an absolute abomination. I mean, Flowers was pretty much gassed making his way to the ring, and then pretty much collapsed 3 times without anyone going near him. The Petrovsky Friends fight was pretty terrible, hard watch. Luana Santos and Agapova was all right. I mean, for a women's fight, it was reasonably decent. Again, I have to say for a women's fight, and we all appreciate the piss break. Obviously, Montel Jackson flatlined Blackshear. I didn't think the Jasuda Vicious and Klein fight was that bad. I mean, they got handy on the feet. I don't know what you expect from fights sometimes. I think people are expecting a war in every fight, and you can't get that. And then obviously the Joshua Van and Charles Johnson fight was an absolute war. All right, Brundage obviously did a Brundage, but I didn't really count that as a fight on the card anyway. Julian Rosa and Rodriguez scrapped it out for a round. Wasn't too bad. The Bonfim fight was fine. And obviously the Drew Dober and Jean Silva fight was one of the fights of the year, top 10. But I think the issue with this card was that the Ponzinibbio-Salikov fight was very drab. And then Rose closing out the card is never a good idea. So I think it just started badly. And you said in the pool. I got you. Sorry. I'm all caught up now. White chocolate. Yeah, that's me, baby. What's good, man? How you doing, Connor's pal? Sorry, let me just catch up here. Glad I skipped last night's card. Fell asleep during Dougie's live chat, and I just looked at the results this morning. That's how bad the card was. It was the prospect of making money that kept me going, and I managed to make a decent amount. I think I made like $250 in the end, which is all right. I've managed to do that. Yeah, I've come to terms with the fact here that putting on parlays is just dumb, especially like. I've decided from now on I'm not doing parlays that are more than 3 fights. Like 3 fights is my absolute like maximum. I always find that when I do doubles, I tend to do really well. Like rather than betting low and putting on a couple of fights, just bet big and bet on 2 fights, and that seems to be successful. Mate, 5'8" is pathetic. You're fucking pathetic. You can't get your ass on camera, and then we'll see who mogs who. Yeah, you fucking cunt. Joking. Oh, sorry. I take that all back. I love you, man. Paradox is Bayesian 100%. Can we get like photo verification or video verification? I'd love that. It's like with you, No Chill. You being 56, I find or whatever age you said you was, I find an impossibility. There's no fucking way. Why do you think guys hit a wall at 35? It's the waking up in the middle of the night to take a piss, mate. It doesn't help. I can tell you from experience. You hit a certain age, and then boom, your bladder can't make it through an evening. Shout out to my homies in the beginning. Shout out to Paradox for the raid here. Always appreciated. Nice of you to return the favor. But yeah, I think like the fact that we all went into this card thinking that fucking there was no expectations for this card. And this kind of emphasizes why you need a good co-main and a good main at the very least. Like nobody shits on 302 for some reason, and that was a dank card. That was the worst card of the year. But because we got a half decent main event, nobody talks shit about it. This card was 100% better than 302. Tell me I'm wrong. And it was some shitty card in the fucking mountains, like, and it managed to be way more entertaining than the entirety of 302, which we sat 6 hours through. It was utter shit. Black don't crack, baby. As Bill Burr said, man, you know, I learned that moisturization trick, and that's why I'm all good at 40. You know, I'm doing all right. If you don't wake up in the middle of the night to piss, you're fucked. Exactly. I'm not even joking about that. Bro, I'm over 35 and I still sleep through the night. No pee-pee. Man, you're one of the few. I think at first, I mean, I don't wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, but it's like I don't need an alarm anymore because I literally wake up at 5 a.m., 5:30, and I'm good to go. Whatever time I go to sleep, for some reason, that's my pee-pee time. I mean, why do guys in their mid-30s lose their fighting abilities? It's probably a lack of sleep and other bullshit. It probably is. Like, you just lose a little bit of speed, a little bit. And you got to remember as well, by the time you're 35, you've probably had your ass kicked a few times. Like, for the little that we know about CTE, it's just a thing, you know? Yeah, man, I'm 40. I'm actually 40 in October. Bro, you look younger than me. And you say you're 15 years older than me, which I find very hard to believe. Like, you legit look 23, 24, which is crazy to me. Van Johnson entertained me more than Islam Poirier, 100%. There were 3-4 fights on that card better than the Islam Poirier fight. There just were. Nobody can convince me that I don't think this was even in the top 5 worst cards we got this year. I genuinely don't. Like, did it start badly? Yeah. Did it end on a snooze? Yeah. But there were some good fights in between. We got some good knockouts. We got some good finishes. There were some decent scraps in between. I would say how many fights were there? 10? I'd say half of them were watchable. I'll say half. Mate, no filters are pulling off that kind of work. You definitely look young. You look fresh. Islam's submission of Poirier contender for sub of the year. Yeah, was it though? I don't agree with that. I think people are even hyping up that little sweep he got. I thought that was way overhyped. I thought that was more of a bad look on Poirier than a good look on Makhachev. The way he swept that, with the way he picked that ankle, it was fucking pathetic in my opinion. It's just more sucking off. What up, bad news? How you doing, Torren, my man? Good to have you back. Are you on October birthday as well, Crystal Miller? Tell me you're a Scorpio as well. Skate Tank MMA just popping in. Good to see you, man. I've been checking out your I became aware of your channel this week as well. So I'm definitely going to be checking out your stuff. I know you've done a couple of lives, so I'm going to be all over that. Consider me on board. I think I subscribed a couple of days ago. So yeah, it's that Kobe cover. Fuck you, Smelly. It's just really bad lighting, okay? And I've got reflective skin. If you're white, you understand what I'm saying. Any kind of light, you're fucked. Another day closer to the cemetery. A bit grim, but fair play. ESPN giving O'Malley Fighter of the Year over Pereira some fake. It's ESPN. Who gives a shit what they say? Who gives an actual fuck? I mean, they had Whaley. It was him, Alex, and who was the other one? It's clearly Alex. It's clearly Alex. They tried to glaze it by saying like, oh, it counts last year as well. Is that the first time they've done a Fighter of the Year for ESPN? Because it sounds like it. It sounds like it. It sounds like a rookie mistake. You're a Libra. Libra's all right as well. So you're like early October. 35 plus. It's all about the reduction in testosterone. Whoa. My tea is fine, I assume. Fight damage factors in also, but it's mostly testosterone. Just wait for it, young fellas. So can you make me aware? What did you notice anything when you had this so-called drop in tea that I could look out for? Because I'm not against I mean, I'm not a fighter. I don't mind pumping myself full of that shit. My brother, I have a DH filter, a skin filter, a contrast filter. I'll use none the next time I stream. I'm gonna hold you to that. I want to see your. Actually, could you do it in the middle of your stream so we can actually see your face turn from smooth into an actual ball bag? That'd be fucking awesome. Hank or Idaho? I don't know what that means, Weston. Can you give me more context? I'm retarded. No chill. CGI edits his face in lifetime to look younger. I don't know. I'm not buying that. Key locks on the independent scene are more exciting than that shit. Hank, for real. No, and the thing is, Skate Town, you've only got. I don't know how long you've been around, but your channel's popping off, man. You're doing a good job. I'm looking forward to seeing what else you've got on your channel. I've only seen 1 or 2 videos so far. Looking like Holloway and Ilya are gonna main event the Sphere. That makes sense, but with 2 titles being on the line, that should be the main event. So I think that's the right move. That's what I was gonna ask you guys, which one you think should be the main and co-main event. But it seems like a stupid question. But the UFC to the UFC see O'Malley as a bigger star. Be retarded to think that. Thoughts on Trump bullet maxing? He's won the election. I mean, he was gonna win it already, but like he's guaranteed himself a Chad victory after that splendid fucking shot of him at the end, fist in the air. And it felt staged to me. I mean, I'm not stupid enough to think it was staged because obviously the dude got shot, and no one's gonna risk that for a layup win. But the way that the flag was framed in the background, and it just seemed a little bit too convenient for me. But it is what it is. Yeah, subscribe to Skate Tank as well if you haven't already. I assume you all have. It's supposed to be from July to July. What's supposed to be from July to July, Shorty? You become Melina at 35, my brother. You mean I just start sucking random dicks? That hasn't happened to me so far. But given some of the things I've said in this channel and the amount of times I've almost fell out of the closet, it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me if I woke up just craving that D one day. What month were you born, and which zodiac sign do you think is the best? I was born in October. I'm a Scorpio, so naturally I think Scorpios we're the most based. We were born based. O'Malley beat Sterling, then Cheeto. Pereira beat Yan, Yeri, Hill, Yeri in the same time. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. It makes no sense. Yeah, Skate Time, man. You got to keep that grind up. Like literally, since I've been moving to the to doing live streams every day. Things have certainly popped off a lot more. I should have done it way sooner. And I should have been less of a bitch and got on camera a lot quicker, but I just didn't really feel that ready. I spent a year hiding behind a PowerPoint and then, Eventually found my balls and was able to jump on camera, but I wish I'd done it sooner. It feels a lot more personable. Holloway and Ilya should be the main event. I think that's undoubtable. That's undoubtable. But if they manage to, if they have pulled that off like we think they have, all they really need is filler for that card now. If they've got that as the co-main, and that's my point about yesterday. If you get an amazing co-main and a main, you're basically set. Because at least you've got that anticipation to look forward to. Whereas yesterday, once Jean Silva and Dober was over, we literally all just fucking drifted off. Because we knew what was coming. It was two old fucking geezers in altitude, and then you had Rose, who, let's be real, hasn't had a fun fight in ages. So I think that's what left a sour taste in everyone's mouths. Photos are power. Real life is crazier than fiction. Yeah. I mean, like, it did feel a little bit contrived to me, but bro, he's got that shit in the bag now. He's probably going to win by a landslide now. Trump at the Wailing Wall wearing a yarmulke broke my heart. It's like we said though, man, image is everything. Yeah, I think Paradox has nailed it there. It looked like it's the most staged, unstaged event of all time. What Trump just pulled off. I mean, I don't know what was going through his mind at the time, but to raise your fist in the air and just shout "fight, fight" is fucking goated in my opinion. But there's gonna be people are gonna be cynical about it regardless, because we live in a world now where people are fucking retarded. So Simpsons predicted it. It is what it is, man. I'm amazed that somebody hasn't tried to murk Trump. I'm surprised that this was the first time this had happened. And bear in mind, Jella, this is gonna piss some people off in here. I quite like Donald Trump because I think the guy's funny and I don't give a fuck about politics. So in my opinion, I'm like, I like the guy. I find him entertaining. I can't help myself. How old are you, Bad News? I am 40 in October. Yeah, it does seem like all we do is dish out bad news in here. MMA Joey is paid members. Nobody should be afraid of being on camera. That's a good point. When you look like a thumb attached to a fucking potato and you're able to make a go of it, anyone should be able to make a go of it. So that should be a lesson to you, Paradox. You should get your ass on camera and stop being such a bitch. It's weird. We have a lot of subscribers, but almost no one attending streams, while everyone is a loyal fan base, but few subscribers. I think we need videos. Bro, do you know what it is? I don't know what the fuck happened, but for some reason, I think because in here people feel they can say whatever the fuck they want, which is true. My mods are pretty good at keeping things liberal, you know. Like we don't really mind the chat going in any direction here, and I think that helps. Maybe it's the timing. I've got no idea why people come here. I've got no concept of it, but I'm eternally grateful for everyone that does, to be fair. But yeah, the more videos you do, it's a combination of both. Doing lives and doing videos is the more things you have, the more variation you have, obviously helps. I mean, my subscriber count is pretty dog shit, but I mean, there's 24 fucking people in here right now, which is mad. I've said this a couple of times. People will be tired of me saying this who have been here from the beginning, but 4 or 5 weeks ago, there was like 5 people in here. If I was lucky, I'll take it. Drew Dober cut reminded me of Marvin Eastman's cut against Belfort. It was brutal. His eyeball literally looked like it was going to pop out of his skull. As soon as I saw it, I knew the fight was over. We were watching it. We were watching it live, and I was like, as soon as he landed that elbow, first of all, I was like, fight's done. I've got my money because I bet on the whole chat tried to convince me to bet on Dober, and I stuck to my guns. But as soon as he landed that last elbow in the third, I was like, yeah, this is cooked. And then as soon as they zoomed in, I was like, it's over. That's over. I know people say Ferguson should retire, but I think he should have been added to the Sphere card. I mean, he still has a name. I don't like Tony Ferguson. I never have. I've always thought he's a cringy little weirdo. I've never liked him. I've enjoyed his fight style, but every time he got on the mic, I just thought you're a cunt. And I still maintain that. I think he's got mental health issues, which isn't entirely, his fault. But I've never found him funny or entertaining outside the cage. I've just like, yeah, fuck him. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Skate Tank. And same to you. Like, you'll definitely see me around when you do your lives. 100%. Dude, I wish it was scripted. I'm pissed. No one gives a shit about policy. It doesn't matter. It's all about. It's always been a popularity contest, and Trump, for all his faults, is entertaining. And like I said, for us Brits, we haven't had a character in office since Tony Blair, and he was the most evil cunt going. But he's still fondly remembered for his personality for some people. Yeah, man, I don't mind admitting that I like Trump. I think the guy's entertaining. Also, everything's politicized, which is going to be a living hell for the long term. I mean, that's the thing. Everything in terms of like, even entertainment now is very politically driven. Like, that's what you tend to find. It's always a commentary on politics and what's going on, which makes the whole thing very murky because people don't know what to take seriously anymore. The whole thing's become entertainment now. That's what it is. There's nothing much else to it. And I mean, whoever's in charge is going to fuck you over anyway. So you might as well put the guy who's at least amusing in charge. Also, yeah. Jones being younger than Alex is a trip. I mean, this is the thing. I think that's. And and Alex has had way more fights as well. I mean, when you're doing kickboxing for that long, you're fighting way more regularly. So he's probably going to be a little bit more. He's going to have had his chin tested a little bit more. If that wasn't staged by Trump's teams, it's the luckiest and most fortunate thing to have happened for his campaign. The thing is, yeah, it's difficult to say. The thing is, yeah, whether it was staged or not, there were bullets fired at that man. So if he staged it, he's got fucking balls. And if he didn't, he's the luckiest cunt going. But he's just single-handed. He's probably, like I said, he'd won the election already. But now he's given himself an even bigger majority, which in America is vitally important to getting anything done. So did anybody notice how the bullet that grazed his ear hit the person wearing the white that was behind him? When that person went down, nobody noticed. What really fucking amazed me about you Americans, and I don't know, if that happened in the UK, everyone would have fucking scrambled, started stamping over each other, hitting each other to get out of the way. What really shocked me more than anything about that entire situation was how everyone just stood there. Nobody fucking moved. I was like, you guys are built differently. There was no running. There was no cowering. How you doing, Cheddarhead? You guys just fucking stood there like G's and just kept cheering. Couldn't believe it. You're either really dumb or really hardcore. Maybe a combination of the two. I'm not 40 years old quite yet. I'm still 39, but I've been saying I'm 40 for the last 2 years just to brace myself for the impact. I like Trump as an entertainer. He's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I was born in 1984. Yeah, I care about politics. Ergo, I hate Trump. But I mean, this is the thing. I mean, what is it about him that particularly turns you off? I'd be interested to know. Because apparently his domestic policies are better than his international policies, which is kind of what gets Americans behind him. That's my understanding of it. I don't want my politics entertaining. Give me boring politics. Then nobody would watch. When someone won't get on camera, I just assume they have a horse mouth. Fair assumption. I mean, I'm an ugly cunt and I'm still here. Shots fired at Dogsmas. So is bedtime MMA a bitch den? No face, no case. Yeah. I wouldn't call him that to his face because his boys will come after me. But yeah, pretty much. I don't think you really need to get on your. I don't really think you need to show your face, but it definitely helps. You've kind of proven that to some extent, Paradox. I mean, you hit 100 subscribers way faster than I did. I fell asleep last night when Dougie finished his MMA Joey character. You didn't see him create my character as well, and my character looks fucking nothing. He absolutely mugged me off. My UFC character looks fucking shit. He gave me like a little short hair and a little comb over. It's brutal. How you doing, 316, my man? I knew it. Paradox is a driller on house arrest. There's definitely something dodgy going on with Paradox. The stuff he goes out with, he's definitely got some he's definitely got an interesting history. I've been here since the ITP raid about 4 or 5 weeks ago. I think that was when this channel first started kicking off. It was when ITP sanctioned that raid. I don't know who dropped my name in there, what legend dropped my name in there, but basically since then, it's been a fucking cesspool in here in a good way. It's been like a hotbed of activity, which I really appreciate. Yeah, Paradox is about in the game. Paradox is becoming a staple at this point. Come here because right now I'm cooking supper and waiting for time. It drives me insane. Listening helps. I'm really glad to provide some cooking therapy for you to get you through that. I fucking hate cooking. Tony is funny. I thought that was just retardation, to be honest, Matua. That whole boomerang thing was just dumb. It was on par with how 3-piece and a soda got up there. I'm like, I never really found it that entertaining. Same here, bro. I like Ferguson, but he is arrogant. He is arrogant, and he's also tarded, and he's got mental health issues. Same. Tony Ferguson could go full belt. Bro, I've been saying this for about 2 years. Like Ferguson and Chandler are on the they're on the Benoit watch list. It's just a question of who strikes first. One of those guys is definitely going to murder their whole family, and I don't mean to say that. I hope it never happens. I hope they never do anything fucked up. But they both just seem on. I'd bet on it happening with Chandler first, to be honest. Sablan, finally, I found one of my own people. Thanks, bud. I like Ferguson because he's tough, very unorthodox style. He used to be good, but now it's just sad seeing him flounder around like a dead cop and getting mollywopped. The thing is, I don't like seeing him getting beaten up. It's painful to watch, and that guy does not need any more CTE. But it's the way that it is, man. Cult of personality, right? Exactly. That's exactly. It's always been like that, though. I mean, presidential elections in particular have always been that way. It's just about who's the most entertaining, and because most people, when it comes down to it, they don't really like you'll ask somebody directly why do they vote for somebody, and they don't know and most people will say it's because he's charismatic, or he's a very, very small percentage of people actually vote for people based on their politics, because nobody believes anything's going to get done anyway. People with mental health problems don't act like Ferguson. People with mental health act like normal people to the public, but they're fighting some of the ugliest demons. Tony is a psychopath. No, I've had members of my family that have had mental health issues, and it's fucking stark, mate. It's Tony Ferguson-esque. It genuinely is. I think he's got bipolar. I genuinely do. Vote for the person that you hate the least. That's exactly what it's come down to. Ferguson was getting busy against Chandler and Gucci until he got stopped. Gucci? Yeah, Trump was going to win anyway. He 100% was going to win anyway, but now he's secured that shit. It's going to be a fucking landslide. I don't understand. What baffles me about the whole Trump-Biden situation is why anyone would vote for. Isn't one of the Kennedy kids in the race as well? Why don't people just vote for that guy? If you hate both, if you think that Biden is incapable of leading and you hate Trump, why not vote for that Kennedy cunt? It's a fucking Kennedy. Surely you can't go more wrong than the other two. If Biden's team can't kick his ass out, they're morons. I don't think there's anything that Biden can do at this point to recover the situation. He was never winning anyway. But it is. They're just bullets. Happily true, smoke that sleepy Joe pack. Speaking of which, no chill, what's the old nose candy like? Is it a drug you would recommend? And how should I enter into that avenue? I'm surprised the Crown didn't pull out half the Crown didn't pull out their guns. There was a very slow reaction to the whole situation, and that's what I'm saying, Skate Tank. Like 3 people I heard were very badly injured, critically, and someone died. This is fucking serious. Well, 2 people died, including the gunman as well. But he kind of had it coming. Calling this kid a would-be assassin when he actually killed somebody. Yeah, that's the thing. He fucking killed someone. But there's a difference between murder and assassinating in people's eyes, I guess. If you killed like the regular Joe on the street, you're just a murderer. Whereas assassinations and murders are seen as a slightly different thing, obviously. He tried to get rid of my state's clean airflow. Do you believe in God? I believe in a creator. Nice time to throw that question in. I'm not a religious person though. I was raised as a Catholic, and the whole religion thing ain't really for me. But maximum respect to anyone who believes in something. I'm more of a creationalist. I don't hate Trump. His policies don't benefit me or my family. The ones I do rock with never got off the ground. That's the thing though. You need to start somewhere. Even if you think your guy is not going to win, you need to vote for that person to give them a platform. Because everyone thinks the same thing. My guy's not going to win, or my girl. Wait, let's be honest. It's my guy, because nobody's going to vote for a fucking woman. But everyone thinks my guy's not going to win, and then you vote for the lesser of two evils, and then nothing ever changes. Vote for your guy, even if it's a wasted vote, because they have to start somewhere. He also widened wealth inequality in my country, so in my eyes, fuck him. Yeah, that's the thing. If you're not in that 1%, the thing is though, man, they all do it. They all do it. It's unavoidable. When you're like, everyone in power, they have to answer to people. They're getting money from certain people. There's always bellies they've got to tickle, regardless of what's going on. It's all fucking rigged bullshit. Trump is dope for supporting the UFC when it was facing a lot of backlash. I half thought that Trump was going to turn up at that event last night. If he'd done that, fuck me. There was rumors that he was. I mean, I know he was in Pennsylvania. How far is Pennsylvania from Denver? I'm sure it was doable. Thanks for the good messages, 316. I'm perfectly fine. I'm all good. I've had a nice weekend. Made a bit of money. Can't complain. England lost. Didn't really affect my weekend. It's all good. A-side dropped your fucking. I'm miles behind. A-side dropped your name. Sweet of A-side. I appreciate anyone who does that, because I never ask anyone to do that for me. So the fact that people do it off their own backs is fucking sweet. How is Trump a warmonger? He's the first president to not start a war in decades. Yeah, we were kind of in the middle of a few. He seems to be the kind of one to try to end them by force in a lot of ways. That seems to be his go-to. And he's not afraid to do it looking like a Chad, you know? Like, he'll go in there and he'll make threats and mean them. And I think Americans can get behind that. Is the water you drink while fasting expensive? I tend to drink quite. I'm like, at the moment I'm drinking this Fiji shit. I don't really notice the difference too much, to be honest, but I would say it's more expensive than it should be. Interesting question. Damn, I got filtered. Sorry if I'm missing some chats here. This is going at a pace that I can't handle. I don't really read that well, so you got to forgive me. You remind me of Funkmaster Flay, but actually a solid dude. I appreciate that, man. I have no idea who the fuck that is, but the fact that you followed it up by "you're actually a solid dude," I'm assuming that Funkmaster Flay is an absolute cunt. But thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, Jan 6th was way out of pocket. What was January 6th? What was that specifically? Bear in mind that I'm from the UK and I pretend to give a shit about what goes on over there, but I generally just laugh at people. That's really all I do. And again, people will forget lives were lost in that shit. That's the thing. That's the thing that should come out of this. It shouldn't be people. But again, we live in a society where people are memeing the fucking guy who missed murdering somebody or assassinating somebody, but actually did murder and seriously injure other people. The whole reaction to that shows where we are as a society. Remember to smoke alcohol, drink weed, and wife your beat. Sick advice. You should get that put on a t-shirt. Yeah, remember to subscribe to Paradox to Chat if you haven't already. The cunt recently reached 100 subs. And subscribe to me, goddammit, if you just come in here. If you haven't been entertained by my waffle so far, I don't know what else to do, man. Subscribe to your boy. I've been tickling so close to fucking 800. I feel like it's starting to piss me off at this point. Um, so yeah, subscribe to your boy if you haven't already. If only Ferguson got his deserved title shot back in 2017 after he beat up RDA. But this is the thing: Ferguson mongoloided his way out of that situation. He shouldn't have cut weight when he didn't need to. He shouldn't have fought Gaethje when he was offered it. He should have said, "Nah, man, I want a 13 fight win streak. I want to fight for the title." But he's a dumbass, so he kind of fucked himself up on that one. So fuck him. I'm a very far right conservative, surely. I don't know. I don't know where I stand. I think I have both liberal and conservative views depending on what the topic is. And the thing is that we have to deal with way less shit than you guys. Like there's a whole cacophony of shit going on over there. Whereas here, I find things in the UK are a lot more simple in both a good and bad way. 316, nice one for subscribing to Paradox, you ledge. How in the hell did George W. Bush win in 2000 then? He's got charisma of a wet sponge. Who was he going up against again? Who did George Bush? Because sometimes all it matters here is that your opponent is more of a fucking wet sponge than you are. It was that Kerry cunt, innit? I'm pretty sure it was John Kerry, right? I actually thought that guy was all right. He won twice, so it was Kerry one time. And what was the other time? I know that Kerry was definitely one of them. Lovely bloke you are. I appreciate that, man. Coming from you, I mean, you're going to call me a cunt in about 5 minutes, so I'll take that with a pinch of salt. Trump and Barack bombed the hell out of our enemies. Trump's cabinet were warmongers. They took advantage of the government. His Department of Interior dismantling of the EPA. I mean, what is Trump's legacy at this point? Because a lot of Americans do seem to like him. Oh, Al Gore. Yeah, the thing is, Al Gore, spent too much time with that fucking pushing the greenhouse gases stuff. I thought his movie Inconvenient Truth was amazing, but it was also boring as fuck. You can't be that boring and get elected into office. And the thing is with George Bush, he was a wet sponge, but his idiot, like him acting like a complete buffoon was entertaining. Sometimes you can be entertaining without being funny. Like it can be accidentally entertaining. Kennedy's nephew, but he's literally schizophrenic. Kennedy's a psycho. Kennedy is funny as fuck, but he's legit is Tony levels schizo. It's like no adrenaline rush. UK nose candy is not very based and it's overrated anyway. Yeah, drugs in the UK absolutely suck. It raises your test, Phil. Ferguson blocks people for no reason on Instagram. Yeah, I mean, he's a very sensitive little chap, to be honest. That's what I see. That's what I see Tony Ferguson as. Just a sensitive child. That's what I see him as. I've never liked Tony Ferguson. I've always thought he's had a wet personality, and I've never found anything he's done entertaining, other than his fighting, of course, which now he doesn't even have. If Biden showed up to the debate as a normal human, he may have had a chance, but he can't even drink out of a sippy cup. So Trump will win just being able to spell his name correctly. Yeah, there is that element to it. I feel like people who vote for Biden at this point are just voting out of spite. Because the guy is literally like fucking brain dead at this point. If you're voting for that guy, you're fucking cooked. But then don't vote for Trump either. RFK's anti-vax. I don't like him. And he's also anti-war, right? Which Americans really hate. No American wants somebody soy in charge. You've instantly lost as soon as you reveal yourself to be a soy cuck. And that's the issue. You've got to basically be based to be an American president at this point. Yeah, I'm not saying that out loud. Macho, would you smash Santos? Luana Santos. Everyone would smash Santos, bro. Let's not be silly. Some help the rich more than others, though. That's a very fair point. That's a very fair point. But I feel like with America, it's more national policy has less of an effect. It's more to do with like state by state. Because the way it sounds to me, like state to state, you guys are very different. You can literally move in and around places and have a completely different way of life. So it's more to do with like your domestic politics within your state has a lot more to do than what national policy is. Maybe I'm incorrect on that. There are going to be things that obviously affect you, but fucking hell, is ITP up in the building? How you doing, bro? I'm trying to send you a message on Discord about that video I was talking to you about. So if you could hit me back on Discord, I'd be very, very grateful. I think people who don't believe in God are fine, but ones that actively hate the concept are people that are scared of the consequences if he was real. I don't think so much it's that. I think it's, well, maybe it is that. But it seems very silly to be scared of something and just to ignore it in that way. That seems deeply ignorant, but again, it's the world we live in. Nothing surprising these days. Everyone from my raid, please sub. I very much appreciate that. Religion has helped many people with aspects of their lives and made them better people, but it's also had bad consequences. That's the thing. I don't believe in organized religion. That's the issue. I just don't believe in it because I think the issue that I have with religion in general is that people often feel that once they subscribe to a religion, they have to follow everything they've said, everything that it's said. And I'm somebody who prefers to pick and choose. Just like if I agree with something, I agree with it. If I don't, I don't. I don't join anything that says I basically have to blindly agree with everything that's under that umbrella, essentially. I know a lot of people who've had mental health problems but never showed signs that something. That's the thing. Mental health presents itself in many different ways. Like there's not one way to be mentally ill. But I can tell you, as somebody who lived with somebody who had bipolar, it's tough. It's genuinely tough. It's yeah, I could definitely tell you some stories about that. Some religions have weird practices that limit random freedoms. That's the thing. It's all like it's just that whole you have to prescribe to everything thing that I'm not down for. Remember Al Gore's 2012 documentary about the Inconvenient Truth. It was very informative, but it was also boring as fuck. So how you doing, musical? I appreciate you getting us through the are you still reading from that England nightmare? I managed to watch through like 95% of it with you. I felt nothing. I felt absolutely nothing. And I've come to the realization, as I said earlier, that I don't think I would have felt that much different if I'd won. If we'd won. I don't think it would have affected me that much. I'm totally over international football. Yeah, Merry Bwekmas, fellas. It's halftime Christmas, as we like to call it, or as I like to call it. Yeah. So get your Christmas celebrations going. Get the Christmas music on. Get the Santa hats out of the closet, and celebrate it properly. Bush was likable. Al Gore was boring. 100%, man. Boring cunt. MMA, how you doing, I9s? Good to have you here, bro. Subscribe to I9s as well. Great channel over there. Really growing fast. And we had you on for a nice live stream recently, which was fucking cool. So subscribe to I9s. He's doing his thing. He looks a little bit like Andre Philly, which is always a good thing. Bush was likable. What the fuck? Dude was a tyrant. Yeah, he was. He was an evil monster. Same. I've never liked Tony's personality. See, ITP, I'm starting to feel like you and I are merging into the same glob. We seem to have the same opinions, apart from the Tracy Cortez situation and the Rose situation. Your Rose with hair is hot narrative is it makes me physically unwell. I'm gonna be honest. Rose Namajunas is a fucking dog, and I'm gonna die on that hill. She's gross. I'd pretty much stick my dick in anything, and I wouldn't go anything near that mess. Trump established peace of North Korea and Russia, lowered energy costs, and passed records for jobs. This is what some Americans this is what a lot of Americans remember. The thing is that anyone whose main message is they're going to put their country first, fuck everyone else. That shit's effective, man. A-list chat here. Fucking hell, man. I mean, it's fucking going mad in it. I've never seen a Sunday chat pop off like this. I'm a fan of domestic abuse. What kind of domestic abuse? Where's your kid at? What a freak. I thought you were genuinely asking me where my kid... I was about to answer it. He's done smashing up the house and now he's in bed. So I've got that to take care of when I get off here. We're still a republic and not a confederacy. In some places. Seek God, fuck religion. That's something to live by. I think fearing something is necessary for the masses. It definitely is. You're allowed in heaven as long as you believe in God. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's one aspect of the Catholic faith that I find a little bit difficult. I mean, I don't really believe in an afterlife anyway, but I think the fact that we exist is fucking insane. So even getting my head around that is mad. The fact that I'm sitting here in front of you now, that's enough to blow my mind. I'll drink Luana Santos's bathwater. She's definitely up there. I would say Luana Santos is legitimately probably the only 8 other than Baby Shark. Baby Shark is number 1 for me. And she's a legit 8. It's like I said though, generally, apart from those 2, and I've said this on ITP stream, I'm going to say it now in front of all of you, and you can quote me on this. No women's MMA fighter is above a 7, other than those 2. The cap is at 7. If you see them out on the street, they wouldn't be above a 7. No chance. I'm peeing in the pool. Good for you, man. I'm assuming that's your pool. You can do what the fuck you want. Wanting Rose to ride you over Tracy Juicy Arsenal is a sin. Rose looks like she would be like a plank of wood in bed, and she looks like shit. So fuck that. And again, I mentioned this on ITP's live stream yesterday. Imagine the post nut clarity if you were with Rose Namajunas. Imagine the conversations you would have to get through. I'm being genuinely serious when I say I wouldn't put my dick anywhere near her. I'm experienced enough in the game now to know that post nut clarity would not be the one. Wouldn't smash Rose. I would dog walk Thug. Literally, yeah. You believe in a creator but not in an afterlife. Interesting. Yeah. I think those are 2 distinct things. I believe the energy in the universe has to go somewhere. So I believe we all go back to that kind of, that circle. But no. It's not that I want to believe in an afterlife. Because obviously the most frightening thing to me is nothingness. Getting a bit deep here. Gina Carano is an 8. She's a little bit too muscular for me. Again, you've got to think about post nut clarity, and that's what you gentlemen need to understand. Post nut clarity is a real thing that we all have to face. So you need to make sure. Oh, not Megan Anderson. No. How even at 5'7", she's gross. What about Andrade? I've spoken about Andrade before. Do you remember when Andrade made her OnlyFans? And I mentioned this on a live stream. Antoine will remember this. Seeing her covering her body parts up with just her belts literally made my dick climb back up into my body. It was the opposite of a raging boner, whatever you'd call that. I literally had a pussy that evening. She's fucking. The thing is, yeah, she's not the worst. She's not the worst. But seeing that genuinely made me unwell. Genuinely made me unwell. I like tall women. How tall are you though, No Chill? How tall are you, brother? Because I think that factors into it. Like, I'm 5'8". I think my cutoff point is basically 4 inches shorter than me. Give me 5 sips of light beer and I'd fuck any women's MMA fighter. Can somebody suggest somebody for Cheddarhead that maybe might change his theory? Gave you an innie, 100%. That's exactly what happened. Yeah, she had an inverted erection. That's what it was. I nearly blew out my insides. It was gross. I heard Gabby Garcia has OnlyFans. Who the fuck is Gabby Garcia? Before I comment. Oh wait, I think I know who this is. Is that huge cunt? Oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, she gross. That's not a woman. I don't classify that as a woman. Yeah, so if you're 6'2", mate, you're all right. I don't classify a woman. I think the tall is relative to your height. If you're smashing 6 foot women, it's relative, isn't it? Like I'm saying, I wouldn't smash somebody tall. Well, I say that I wouldn't smash anyone taller than me. We've spoken about this. I would do it for the experience. So if there was like a 7 foot woman out there and she was like, "Let's go," I go, "Do you know what? Let's, you know, just to know what it's like, you know, just for the experience." Jandaroba is a creature. She definitely crawled out of a swamp at some point, and this is what we got. But quite honestly, like I said, desperate times. You know, we've all had dry spells. Let's not fuck around here. It is what it is. Nice chatting with you, man. Mind if I include my plug on the way out? Fuck yeah, I don't mind. Fuck yeah, plug away, sir. Could somebody please post Skate Tank MMA's link into the chat, please? And I will fucking pin it for you, sir. That's what we do in here, man. It's that kind of community. It's all about sharing the love. Because I wouldn't be here if people didn't share the love with me. I've been with a 6'5". That's not a girl, bro. Was she thick as well? Was she like muscly? 6'5" is fucking huge. Jeez, yeah, I got to be honest, man. I would definitely have some post nut regret after that. Definitely, that sounds like a bad idea. Anyone that can carry you over the threshold is somebody you need to avoid. Thanks very much, Western fucking and Paradox. Man, you guys are fucking sharp. Yeah, so get over to Skate Tank and subscribe there immediately. Women taller than me don't exist. What? Because you're 7'8", yeah. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that sounds fucked up, but I like smaller women that are somewhat thick, like slim, short, but things pop out. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll definitely attend your lives more often. You're a Chad. Damn fucking right, my G. And you'll definitely be seeing me pop around in yours as well. I don't think there's anything wrong with promoting in here, man. We all need to get and to be fair, Skate Tank is tearing it up right now. You got more subs than me, bro. It's an honor to fucking shout you out. Like this video. What video is this? Treat her like she's 5'2" and there's no difference. But how do you do that? This is what I'm saying. Like when I like to get into the chopping studio, as I like to call it, I like to be able to pull off certain moves. Do you know what I mean? I don't need somebody that could essentially flip me around and bend me over. You know? I like to get creative with it. You know, move around the room, get tables and shit and walls involved. You can't be doing that with some Goliath. Like I can't imagine the embarrassment if I went to pick up a bigger bitch and like she collapsed underneath me and crushed me. I'd be fucking humiliated. I might never get my dick up again. Mary was taller than Joseph. It's in the Bible. Mary was 5'11", but how tall? What? I don't remember their stats being on the. I mean, I haven't really read the Bible in a long time, but I do not remember a stat check. So I'm gonna have to call bullshit on that one. But no, sure. That sounds horrific, maybe. You know, like I said, I'm not judging you. Whatever floats your boat in it. The thing is, here we're all fucking men here. Well, most of us are, and the women that are here are fucking based as based as we are. So we understand the game. We've all had rough patches where we've let a one into the into the space, and we've got to do what we've got to do. What do they call them? Slump busters, I think is the expression. I think it's the same expression they use in America as well. The old slump buster. As an Asian enjoyer, Frankie, what's your rating on Wei Li Zhang? I would totally tap that 100%. She's kind of cute, man. I would tap the shit out of that. But I'm more of like a stamp dude. But I'd smash Wei Li. I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't. I absolutely would. 5'4". She's a bit muscly though. That's the thing. I mean, When I say I'd smash, it's not like I'd go out of my way, but if it was there, and as Smelly Fingers said, she got a sweet personality as well. She'd get the eggs on as soon as you were done. She seems like that kind of person. What I'm saying is you got to maintain your demeanor. You would, with a shorter girl, conquer the Goliaths. That's that. I mean, I get where you're coming from. I totally do. And I guess there could be some value in slaying somebody who's bigger than you, but it's like in the Bible it said Mary was 3 goats tall. Maybe they meant 3 different kind of goats. Maybe you've misunderstood that. Maybe it wasn't 3 actual goats. Yeah, man, I'd smash the hell out of Whaley. Imagine telling a girl after you slammed her, you're just a slump buster. I mean, that's just cruel. You save that for the message afterwards. You don't say it to her face. When she's got in the taxi and she's on the way home and you're changing before you're ready to block and delete that shit, that's when you do it. Listen, I'm obviously joking. Yeah, I'm not into cruelty. This woman was kind enough to get you back in the game, and we've all had it. We've all been there. So let's not fuck around and pretend like we all fuck tens out here, because it's fucking ridiculous. This is what I'm saying. Whaley would clean the house after smashing. That's exactly my point. You'd be in the shower, you'd come out, the bed would be all fucking made, breakfast would be on, and there'd be hot coffee on the table. That's how I see the Whaley situation. And I do think she's actually cute. Is she conventionally beautiful? Not really. But I don't think if any man in here who says they wouldn't smash the fuck out of that is a liar. I don't care who you are. And I stand by that. 6 subscribers to go. That is until we get to 800. That is. I was so close to 800 the other day, and then 6 cunts unsubscribed from me. Which, to be fair, they probably went through my back catalog and was like, "Yeah, this guy's a cunt." I don't blame anyone for unsubscribing on my channel. It is what it is. I'd rather have people that are going to stay around for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'd fold to Whaley if she flirted with me. Yeah, I wouldn't. Like I said, I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way, but I definitely wouldn't say no. I probably would go out of my way. I think if I ever met her in person, I'd definitely shoot my shot. What you got to lose? Yan Zhao Nan is kind of tall. Yeah, see, Yan Zhao Nan would be around my height, and she's. Yeah, I'm less keen on Yan Zhao Nan. Would I tap that? Probably. Probably, yeah. To be honest, what you're going to discover is the more and more that we play this game, you're going to realize that I'd pretty much stick my dick in anything. And when I say no, I wouldn't, there's usually very good reasons behind that. Crystal gets it. Whaley seems like a nice girl. It makes her cute. I'm fully with that as well. There's nothing wrong with liking somebody who's cute and sweet. And Yan Zhao Nan is neither of those things. She seems more bristly to me. And again, it's just she's. I feel like we have a poll on our hands here. In fact, we don't need it. Everyone's saying Yan's gross. So, Yan is not cute. It's like I said, man. I feel like we're hive minding up in this bitch. I'm just being real. I'm just being real shorty. I wouldn't kick her out of bed. I see better looking chicks walking down the street than Whaley, but AP, that is not the point we're making here. We're saying we would smash Whaley. We're not saying that she's an above average looking female that you wouldn't like, that you wouldn't see better looking girls on the street every day. That's not what we're saying. We're saying that we're men, we keep it real, and we would stick our dicks in almost anything. And I think that's just fine. That's fine to admit. I wouldn't go as far as to say that Whaley's a slump buster. She's definitely not like girlfriend wifey thing, but I reckon with Whaley, I would say that's I would put her in the. Do you know, this could make a really good tier list, by the way. Rather than doing the conventional hot whatever, we would do like slump buster would be at the bottom, and then you'd have like one night stand, and then you kind of go up in levels. I would have Whaley at between a 5 to 10 smash. I reckon I'd smash her 5 to 10 times and then be done. I'll be real. Okay, another thing, no chill. Fat chicks are a no-go for me. I don't do fat chicks. And I'll also add to that as well that I'm not like a foot person. I think people that have foot fetishes are fucking disgusting. But I don't like ugly feet as well. I don't know why. I don't know why it's so important to me. I like cute shit. I'm just gonna make that clear. I'd prefer Yan Zhaonan and Wei Li. That's fair enough, bro. We all have our types. You're wrong, but we all have our types. Paradox doesn't believe me, but I gained 33 pounds today. You two are the biggest gaslighters I've ever met. The ages, the heights don't add up. It's all crazy to me. But mind you, I probably fall into that category as well. So nobody believes me when I say anything. So nobody's saying they would marry just a quick romp in the sheets is all. Exactly. Crystal gets it, and that's a based woman. That's a based woman saying that. Foot fetish exposed. I don't mind if you think that. The thing is, for me, it's like I said, I don't do anything with feet. I think people that do anything with feet are disgusting, but I just don't like ugly feet or big hands. There's certain things. The chubby, curvy type, I would definitely hit. See, I like things that pop, but I don't like chunky bitches. You know, I just don't. I've evolved from that stage. You know, some fat girls have a pretty face. It makes me wonder how much better they would look if they were skinny. I guess that's reasonable. Weston, you know what it's like in here, bro. Give me a break. Do you see how fast the chat is moving? I'm trying my best to not just be. I don't want to be in a situation in the chat where I'm just reading everything out, because you can all read. If it's something that you really wanted to, if it's something that you really want said, you can just repost it. I will catch it. You know I don't miss things on purpose. And me explaining this to you now is now for the 10th time is now making me miss more chats. So help me out, bro. And you have the power to slow the chat down as well, so you can help me out. I'm 42 now. Men need to understand the playing field is even now. My neighbor has been coming over for almost 3 years now. We're just not emotionally involved, I guess, but she's good in bed. And that to me sounds like a perfect situation. Having somebody that lives by it, you can smash every so often, and then they scoot off home. Perfect situation. Living with any female is a fucking mistake. I'll stand by that. Curvy is good, but fat girls turn me off. It feels like bestiality, 100%. You might as well fuck a cow at that point. Yeah, 30-second delay might be good. Because the thing is, if I start going back, I'm never going to catch up. That's the problem. And the conversation's going to move on. That's the problem. I swear to you, Weston, yeah, I am going to get better at reading. I'm working on it. I've got a tutor, 3 times a week. I'm going to get better. Wei Li Zhang needs to fight Suarez already. What's the holdup? The holdup is Suarez. The holdup is definitely Suarez. It's definitely not Wei Li's fault. And I have a sneaky suspicion that Suarez is going to beat her, which is going to be really horrible for me. I predicted it at the start of the year. I said that Suarez would not fight, and that she would somehow fight Wei Li by the end of the year and beat her. And I'm deeply concerned about that happening. Would you rather be addicted to feet or true Geordie? I'd rather be into feet than what he's into. 100%. 100%. I can't remember who sent me True Geordie's DMs, but there was no going back after that. I think it was Weston. It might have been Weston who sent them to me. Hang on a second. Jackson is watching. N.I. Oh, shit. Thankfully, that got cut off. Have you seen Bram Stoker's Dracula with Gary Oldman? I certainly have, sir. Great movie. I'm a big Gary Oldman fan. So if a woman is fat, do you think she's very ambitious? Do you think she's going to take care of you? These are the questions to think about. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm very much an advocate for that. I think, like, I think first of all, yeah, if you're a fat cunt, yeah, like you should like it shouldn't be getting into shape. It shouldn't be for you. It should be for yourself. And again, I'm not shitting on people that like fat women. They're just not for me. And I'm sure there's very appealing things that you get from a chubby cunt, but personally, for me, it just I don't like fat pussy. I'm gonna put it that way. How no chill? How the fuck do you know about True Geordie? Has his influence spread that far? Don't read any of these chats. Anyone is retarded except for making the walk MMA. Bro, I'm like the king of the retards. This is perfectly on brand for me. Top hottest MMA girls are Luana Santos, Tabitha Ricci, Norma Dumont. I'm not really big on Norma Dumont. I think Belvita is quite hot. Belvita is in the top three. Um, Tabitha Ricci's number one for me, and I do think Polyana Viana is up there as well. Some people don't like the fact that she was firsting for Alex Pereira, but personally, that made her even hotter to me. Because I'm like, damn, if you dick her down correctly, you've got her for life, even after you dump her. So she elevated from an 8 to a 9 for me. And the whole finger in the butthole stuff, I didn't really mind too much as well. At least she's willing to get down and a little bit freaky with it. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Cheds, he's missing too much. Yeah, I'm really trying, Weston. I don't mean it, bro. You've been here from the beginning. And remember, yeah, I'm not used to my chat's only been popping off for the last couple of weeks, so it's gonna take me a little bit of time. And I do find when I go back, it really fucks up the flow. I like all, but like I said, I'm saying this to everyone now. I don't mind a little bit of spamming. If you've got like a question that you really want to, or something you want to say, I don't mind you reposting it more than once if I've missed it. And I do apologize if I miss. I like all kind of girls. I shouldn't be in this conversation. I usually look at the face, bro. Face should be the first thing. Face should be the first thing. For me, it goes face, ass, legs, then chest, and then it kind of hands are another. I'm basically into everything, but face should be first. Um, Crystal Miller, well put. Crystal Miller just gets it. Crystal Miller's more based than half of you in here. You soy cunts. Oi, blood, would you poo on me chest? No, probably musical. It was musical, I think. No, I don't think it was musical. It was somebody from the UK. It was somebody from the UK, though. We're definitely getting closer. It wasn't musical. Musical wouldn't waste his time with that shit. Poor people like fat women. I would think that's counterproductive. Because surely the food budget would be really high. And you know how women get down. I know a stripper that's 180 pounds and she is in phenomenal shape and she's 5'7". Sometimes people have dense, like, they have dense frames, so they weigh more than they appear. Everyone knows True Geordie and his DMs. I'm gonna wrap True Geordie's DMs in my next stream. When are you streaming next? I definitely want to hear that. I was with a girl 6'2", 250 and carried it so well. I don't care about weight, just can't look fat. That's fine. Yeah, the actual weight doesn't matter. It's how you look, of course. Actually, the weight does kind of matter. Because like I said, I am reasonably physically strong now, but I like options. And sometimes I like to get acrobatic with that shit. John 3:16. Yes, that's what 3:16 is for. And the immortal is because God made us immortal if we accept the gift. Luana, I mean, this is the thing. This is the thing. When Luana Santos was doing the twerking, all we have to do, yeah, is look at the Luana Santos twerking, and then look at what's that other cunt that I really hate? The one who twerks. The one who, fuck, I forgot her name. Aileen Perez. When she twerks, I feel physically fucking sick. When Luana Santos does it, I just get this warm, happy feeling in my stomach and elsewhere. So like twerking isn't like a universal thing. I genuinely, what do you guys think of Aileen Perez? Let's get that out there. With dating, I'm a generic shopper. I need a girl that can deliver me 6'7" kids. Have you got like a plan to take over basketball or something? You're making your own basketball team or something else. I'm trying to figure out the right chat speed. No one ever spams here. You just miss shit. No, but that's what I'm saying, Weston. I'm saying people can repeat questions if I have missed it. I don't mean to miss things. And also with the problem with Restream is it pushes the chat down. So I have to actively go back up and then go back down, and it's tough, man. It's really tough. Average fat girl is a golden fuck. Honestly, fat chicks are an above average nut. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm saying I'm talking from experience here. I've tended to find that they ain't for me. Western mass bully. Yeah, we call it getting westerned in here. But I know he's trying to keep me on track, so I get it. I do appreciate it. Face is second and or third. Big breastises, butt cheeks are 1 and 2. Thighs are third or fourth. Nah, face is number 1 for me. I'm always going to be a face. That's what attracts me first. I'm not a complete cunt. The only real reason to like a fat woman is if you're abusive. If she's fat, you're gonna have trouble running away from you. Oh, that's the Crystal coming from you. That's the thing is there, Crystal. The things you come when I see your channel. By the way, shout out to Crystal Miller and her channel. By the way, you are the sweetest, kindest person I've seen on YouTube. And when I see some of the things you say on here, the two things just don't. Do you know what I mean? They don't conflate. How you doing, Mark MMA? Good to see you here, my man. Thanks for coming back. Really appreciate you. Depending when you'll end, I'll stick around for a raid. I reckon I'm gonna go 2 hours max. I don't wanna outstay my welcome. So I reckon another 45 at most is probably what I'm gonna go with. I think. That would be the absolute max. True, Pluggy is just a fucking weirdo. He is D-Half. I didn't read the whole thing because I didn't feel like it would be good for me. Since I started streaming every day, I've gotten 0 play. Yeah, it's very hard to stream and tap that ass. Like, this is very all-encompassing. Like, you pretty much put your dick on the shelf when you start live streaming. Stop flirting with Crystal. I will not. I'll do what the fuck I want. And it's harmless. I see Crystal. Crystal obviously is a female, but I see her as a bro, and she knows that. Aylin Perez is beat as fuck. I'm assuming beat as fuck means that you mean that she looks clapped out. She is a dog, bro. I'm assuming that's what you mean. Luana Santos is delightful. In America, they'd hate that. Cause that's what I'll be looking at. Sorry if I start reading stuff out, it just seems like I assume you guys want me to respond to what you're saying. Aylin Perez twerking is fucking cringe, especially when she does it in front of her. This is what I'm saying. It's bad enough that it's hideously gross, but doing it in front of your... This is what I'm saying. Don't do things like that in public unless you're Luana Santos. Basically, don't do it and have like a fucking... What do they call it? A sandbag ass. Her ass is horrible. It's not big and it's not peach-like. It just looks like if you had a bag of sand and you filled it full of water while the sand was still in there. That's what it looks like. And she's butters as well. Thank you, Shotgun, for rounding that off. Prime versus Prime, BJ Penn versus BJ Penn all day long. George, and I call him George on purpose, George Masvidal was never that good. I like the looks of that girl that lost to Amanda. I forget her name. No, you're not going to say Juliana Pena, right? You don't mean Amanda Nunes, and you're not going to say Juliana Pena, are you? Juliana Pena is another. I swear to God, I'd not put my dick anywhere near that. Just trying to get the best to get everyone read out. I completely agree with you, bro. And again, it's just a case of just resending it. If I don't read it out and I don't engage with it, it's not deliberate. If you look a woman in the face, you're crazy. I mean, man's got a point. It's hard to argue with that. I imagine you and Precious. Is that the fat Malteser? The extra large Malteser? They don't cornflake. We'll take over MMA with my lineage. It sounds like it, bro. That's the plan, isn't it? That's the plan. But see, by the time they get to of age, if you're the age you say you are, that you're going to be like 80, bro. You're going to be like Costamato. It's going to be a Costamato type situation. I appreciate that, Crystal. Appreciate you, mate. The Holy Spirit has taken over my heart, and I've turned a new leaf since out of the hospital. Was put on earth to spread the MMA love. What were you in hospital for, Mark MMA? Did I miss something? She's under protection. You have to ask permission from chat first. Is this Crystal again? People that like fat people must have low self-esteem because they don't have to worry about someone coming for them. I mean, I don't even want to get into the whole fat girl thing. All I'll say, yeah, I mean, I don't mind getting into the whole fat girl thing, but all I'll say, I respect people's preferences. I'm just saying, I don't like the smell, and I don't like the fact that I can't get creative with it. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. And I don't like being seen in public with them, which is never really an issue for me because that's not how I date. Got any future plans for the channel, mate? Do you plan on getting bigger or better or anything? Yeah, we've got loads of like collabs lined up. I'm actually working on a video at the moment that has a whole bunch of MMA creators involved. So I'm looking to get a version from ITP. Musical's making a version of the video. I've got Brutally on it. So we're going to do a lot more collabs and stuff like that. We're also doing a gaming live stream for the first time next week with Dougie, where we're going to basically make our own creator characters and then try to get through the next UFC cards. So that's on the horizon. We're always looking to evolve because if you don't evolve, you die. And like I said, if you go back to my early work on my channel, it was basically a PPT and me talking mad shit about MMA fighters, knowing that I could hide and never get found. And now all that shit's going to come back to me. So ate lots of Indian food. My farts are coming up as bubbles in my pool. I love how no chill. I love how the gloves come off in my chat, but then you're way more reserved in yours. I like the fact that you let your dick hang around here. I appreciate that. I'm just playing around. You know, I don't take it seriously. Juliana Pena is AI gone wrong. Juliana Pena is a fucking man. There's someone else in here who really loves Juliana Pena as well. Again, that's another post-nut no-no for me. It's not even the fact that she's hideously ugly, and she is. It's her attitude, man. Can you imagine having to listen to that for more than a minute? Wouldn't be worth it. Sorry, hang on a second. Paradox, my bro. Mark, it's really good to have you back in here. Her ass looks like two raccoons wrestling in a feed bag. Oh, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. You fucking nailed it. Come on, my G. You think MMA Guru gets play? I say nothing but big girls. I reckon MMA Guru could potentially be a virgin. And I don't mean that to insult him, but like, he doesn't seem like he gets out much. Probably not a virgin, but I'd say he's tapped very rarely. I would assume. I reckon he probably lost his virginity in South Africa. Because he was out of the house and he eventually, you know, opportunities probably presented themselves. Pena looks like she does not look like the wife of Denzel. Did you just compare Juliana Pena to Eva Mendes? Is that what you just did? I've never thought there would be a ban-worthy offense in this place, but that is fucking treading that line, my friend. My cousin had a kid with a Brazilian MMA fighter. Pena beat the shit out of her. Cara Harvey. Maybe I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Or maybe I'm spelling that incorrectly. Maybe you could chuck that in the chat to make sure that I've got the right person. I'm out, y'all. Gotta watch House of Dragons with the fam. New video tomorrow, live chat on Tuesday. Subscribe to Making the Walk MMA. That's my partner in crime. We do a lot of videos together. And he's just gone over 3,000 subscribers. So he's fucking killing it right now. What about me? I would make that video, fam. Paradox, you know you're a legend in these parts. And I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see you sing True Geordie's DMs the next time we jump on a live. Sub to Jax. Do you do any content that isn't MMA because it's gay? I have done non-MMA content kind of. Like on the Frankie and Jack's channel, we did like a comedians GOAT tier list. We did one about movies. We were talking about books the other day in here, which was pretty sweet. So yeah, I'm open to anything, man. Let your hair down, mate. 100%. Juliana Pena does not. Thank you, Matua. I agree, AP. I'd love to see you make more content, man, alongside MMA. Got any other passions, bro? I'm into a lot of shit. I'm into vagina. I'm into reading. You know, I'm a very big fiction reader. I'm into most. You know, I'm into sport in general. There's loads of things we could talk about on here. I'm obviously into movies, just like everybody else. I'm into gaming. I mean, you can see behind me. Got a lot of games. I don't really play as much games as I used to, but I know a fair bit about gaming as well. He had a threesome in Africa, didn't you know? Yeah, that's what he says. I hope he did. I wish nothing but well for him. He's a fucking legend in the game. African women are gorgeous, though, no lie. Yeah, I've only been with one like fully African girl before, and by fully African, I don't mean somebody that's like from. I mean somebody that's like born the Dricus Duplessis of Africa, basically. Somebody who breathed, lived African air. There's only been the one, but I've been with a few with like mixed African origins or like yeah that have grown up in this country, and I deeply regret every second of it. We've got to watch another card on stream sometime. 100%. We can't do 304 because I'm going to be there, but we might do. Had a threesome with DDP and Simon. That's more likely. I'm pretty sure it was a Devil's Freeway as well. But yeah, I9s, we've definitely got to do that. I'm thinking maybe we do 305 for sure, but I might go live in the arena at 304 because I think Jax is going to do a watch along that day, and I might just jump on and off that and do it from actually inside the arena. That could be something that a lot of people haven't done too often before. Megan Anderson, Pena. Megan Anderson is I would. That's the one time I would say, yeah. Juliana Pena. Definitely Megan Anderson is a way better option than her all day long. Ever hear Williams' bit on white women discovering black women? I have watched a lot of Cat Williams stuff. I've mostly seen his two most obvious stand-ups. We did like a stand-up comedian GOAT list on the Frankie and Jack's channel, which was we got. It was a tough one. A lot of people were pissed off. Do a poll. What poll should I do? Megan Anderson versus Pena. I can do that for you. I'll do that for you, Weston. But this is going to slow down the chat greatly now because now I have to open up my my actual channel. View your channel. I'll do a Juliana Pena and Megan Anderson poll just for you, sir. So we'll do Pena. I'm going to do Pena. Who are we talking about again? Anderson. And then I'm going to stick Beehive in there as a third option. There we go. All right. Sorry if I'm falling further and further behind. This is so hard. Paradox keeps spamming me with him covering Central C songs. It sounds like a good waste, a good use of time, to be honest. It's spelled correctly. I couldn't find her for some reason. Is she hot? I should be featured in the video you're making, Math. I've asked you, Paradox. But the thing is that you need to go on camera, you cunt. That's what you need to. Do you know? I wouldn't. In your case, because you're such a legend around here, I will accept you doing a voice only 1 minute video for me. I posted about it in the Discord and on Twitter. I'm just putting my vote in. That reminds me. Did you? I started watching it the other day and fell asleep. But I am gonna finish it. I swear to God. I knew I was worried that you were gonna ask me today. I didn't fall asleep because it's shit. By the way, I am gonna watch it. It was the other night. When we got off the last live stream we did, and it was literally like 3 a.m, and I thought, oh, I'll stay until the end of the morning, but I couldn't make it. Just crashed out. But I'm definitely gonna watch it. How's it going, Aussie Fight Fan? Your legend. Welcome back. How can a homo bitch this is gay? I hope I got that right. But yeah, you can definitely be featured, Paradox, 100%. And that goes for anyone. If you're in the Discord, can someone post a Discord? That'd be really useful. Make more old school video game stuff. I could do that. I've been playing a shitload of like SNES and NES recently. A shitload of it. And they're just way better games. Yeah, Paradox and Ironines had good chemistry on stream, to be fair. Paradox was a fucking ledge that day. And so were you, Ironines, obviously. Got any good Panani recently, mate, on Tinder or anything? Good looking chap as yourself. Mark, I really appreciate the compliment, but I'm starting to get a bit nervous. I'm not really a Tinder user. Like I said, my situation, I've got like kids and shit. I've got like I haven't had Punani in some time. It's been basically I went through like a, what do you call it? A rampage for quite a few years. And then I kind of like tuckered myself out. Do you know what I mean? Pussy ain't really a big deal to me anymore. I like your community here, bro. I'll chat with you all next time, 100%. We really appreciate that 316. It's a bit of a mixed bag in here, but we're setting it. We're definitely getting something going together. What is that on their backs? Their asses turn the boat around. Paradox, how's your punani? Oh damn, what's up, man? Hope you have fun. I must have missed that part. This is what I'm saying about the chat, man. Like, I need to speed the fuck up. Punjab East Indian girls have the prettiest eyes, wifey material. I have been with an Indian girl once. I was actually with her for like 2 years. And I don't know if you heard this story, but I used to have really long hair and she hated it. And one day in a bar, she chopped I had like a really long lock and she chopped it off. And I never spoke to that cunt again. She's lucky I didn't knock her ass out, to be honest. Apparently, it's Dequan. Wouldn't surprise me, man. Paradox is an interesting character to me. I've got no lockdown on his real age, real height, real gender. To be honest, it could be anything. Cat Williams has to be on the Mount Rushmore. He's not, but we did have him in like, so we had like 5 tiers, and he was like 2nd tier. If I remember correctly. Daquan Chang. Beehives are sticky. And how is the poll doing, by the way? How is the poll doing? 17's not bad. Not bad. Let's see. Oh, Anderson's beating the Beehive. That kind of surprises me. Beehive, I'm dead. Laugh my ass off. Oh shit, didn't see it. Sorry. I think his wife's name is Frankie too, actually. That would be very disturbing. Been planting and listening as usual. About to watch House of the Dragon. Just wanted to pop in. Lala, you absolute legend. We need to get you back on as well. Lala, I was watching our video that we did on Slap Fighting again, and I still maintain that's the best video we ever made. Thanks for popping by and enjoy House of the Dragon. I'm probably going to catch it tomorrow. Do you collect movies? I don't collect movies. I just collect games and books and panties. Yeah, hit the like button, motherfuckers. That'd be really useful. Paradox, are you live after this today? He definitely is. I9's knows it's about the legs. Legs are very important to me as well. They are up there. They are up there. Your palms are getting hairy. I'm old, man. Should have hair coming out of my ears as well. Pena is probably good in bed. I seriously doubt that. Anderson might have a monster cock and nightmares ensue. Yeah, it's the whole don't get with somebody who's got a bigger dick than you situation. We need a Discord for MMA memes. We've got a Discord, bro. We've got one. You need to jump on that shit immediately. We do have a Discord. I don't know what it is because I'm too lazy to like look after it. But we do have a Discord. Can someone post a Discord in here? I've been trying to chase the check, man. I haven't had play in a minute. Yeah, it's funny how things, bruv, pussy and all that. Mixed bag. Okay, I'm gonna take my leave. It is what it is. Ironines, what's your Discord, bro? I got a server. Yeah, if Ironines, if you've got a Discord, Ironines, are you modded in here? Because I can't see the mods. I think when I cut my hair, I'll donate it to. I'm letting my hair get back to its former glory before it falls out my fucking skull. I'm 40 this year, so I can't call me Westy, Western, or WMC. It kind of changes for me. I'm kind of hot on Westy these days. If you aren't going Megan, you might be gay. Bro, she's 6 foot tall. She's 6 foot tall and she's manly as fuck. Broad shoulders are a big no-no for me. But like I said, each to their own. You're quite tall as well, aren't you, I9s? I get it, man. Bro, it's all relative. Paradox is going to start going live with Paradox mask. That's what you need to do, Paradox. Wear like a fucked up mask or something. Wear like a saw mask or something like that. That'd be dope. I would love that. Time to start questioning things. 32 viewers. Oh my lord. Yeah, it's fucking. I can't believe it, man. For a Sunday as well. Yeah, this is crazy. This is definitely the most I've had on a Sunday by far. I'm very excited, Park. The day that will happen, I'll promote you around my city. It'll be a lot funner to watch than rather shit UFC 4. Sorry, bro. Like, yeah, we need to get Paradox we need to buy Paradox enough pizzas, yeah, so that he can upgrade his game console because that PS4 is dead, bro. I9's Big Doss has sent you a request, fam. Is that what you call yourself on Discord? I'm not modded, I don't think. Hang on, where is I9's? Yeah, let's mod you immediately. Where is that? There we go. I don't usually do anything with the mods, but I've known you since day one. Weston, why are you shouting I can't mod? You're the fucking mod general, you can't. I've modded I9s. I'll climb that tree, Frankie. Ain't nothing but a thing to me. I respect it. Again, I'm not shitting on people that like taller women. It's just not for me. It's not for me, bro. There we go. Frankie's Discord. It's not even my Discord. It was Aaron Tatsu who made it. It's technically where we all meet up, but I have nothing to do with it apart from. I mean, I'm there, but like, I'm short, brother. I'm not tall. How tall are you, bro? I9 spitting bars over here, as always. Northwest. I don't understand why you live in a tent. Oh, is Northwest? People subscribe to Northwest immediately, and if you're gonna donate to anyone tonight, other than Paradox, obviously, donate to Northwest. Northwest is genuinely homeless. He's in the struggle right now. He makes great content and is an absolutely fucking solid dude. And don't I don't think you can use YouTube at the moment to donate, but if you go to Northwest's channel, you can PayPal him, and it really would be appreciated because the struggle is daily. Thoughts on pineapple on pizza? I've tried it once or twice. It's all right. I could take it or leave it, but I guess since I've never done it again, I'm mostly leaving it. I barely got a PS5 this year. Man, I've got a PS5. I've probably played it like 5 times. I'm more of a fucking Steam Deck individual. Although considering we're going to be doing UFC 5 streams soon with Dougie, I'm going to have to step up my Xbox game. I'm going to have to drag my Xbox out of the fucking closet as well. Even Christmas couldn't get me a PS5. That's dark, bro. Whoever's in your house who's not getting, as soon as Christmas rolls around, if you're not getting a PS5, you need to move house. You need to find a new family because that is unacceptable bullshit right there. We are currently 4 away from 800 subscribers. That is fucking great. When it comes to bitches, it's not a fair fight with stretched denim. In some scenarios, you can add 10 inches. I feel like I just had a mini aneurysm right there, coming to terms of all that. Mark, you got any other games that are fire? Following you for your personality and knowledge. Don't mind gaming occasionally, but every stream is crushing. I really appreciate that, man. And do you know what it is? It's because of you lot. You lot make this chat. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with me. I'm a boring cunt, mate. But when I got guys like you up in the chat, it's easy. I can only make mods from comments because I'm mobile. I got ya. I'm just joking, Weston. Bro, do you have tattoos? I've got many tattoos. I'm covered in the cunts. Only on my arms. I'm basically sleeved off. I don't have anything on my chest or on my back or anything like that. I don't think I'm going to be doing that shit. I'm 5'5", a flyweight. Fucking hell, bro. Did not realize that. To be fair, if I was a UFC fighter, I'd probably be a bantamweight. Probably. I wouldn't be a very huge bantamweight either. I donated 5K to Paradox. That's really nice of you, bro. I didn't know you were born in like that. By the way, I'm really sorry, guys, if I have missed chats. I'm trying to catch up as best as I can. But yeah, Weston's posted Northwest. I'm gonna pin it there. Not really, bro. Just anything entertaining to watch. Man, do you know what? Yeah, that really means a lot to me that people can come in here and be entertained. Genuinely. Damon Blackshear is a goated name. It's a sick name for a fighter. Had to sub, man. Hope things get better, Northwest. Yeah. Like I said, if I can throw my support on anyone in the community, and like I said, it's a genuinely fucking amazing dude as well, and has a very entertaining channel. Like seeing the struggles that you go through day to day. Not that that's entertaining, but you know what I'm saying. It's interesting. It's a unique way of putting out content. Have her. Hang on, I've cut, bro. I'm 4 inches. I'm hood enough, bro. Please don't laugh. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with It's not like you grew it yourself. So have no shame, sir. It's all good. Frankie, bro, you make the chat with him. Fucking love you, bro. Mark MMA, you legend. Yo, what's up, Frankie? 4 away from 800. What's going on, Jay-Z? Speaking of fucking Goliaths up in the chat. 6'4" fucking Jay-Z up in the building. 4 away from 800. I know, man. I was 2 away from 800 like a week ago. And I woke up in the morning and had been unsubbed by like 6 people. Which hurt my feelings, to be honest. But it's like I said, man, I'd rather have people that are here for the long run than people who are... If you sub and then you don't like the content, you might as well unsub. Because it doesn't help. It doesn't help having people in here. As you can tell by the way that the chat's going, it doesn't help having people in here that aren't active and don't actually want to see you talk bullshit for 2.5 hours on end. Pineapple on pizza is a red flag. Those motherfuckers are not your real friends. Watch them. They never pay. They eat all your shit and they take their bullshit home. Pineapple people make me believe Hitler. And I sense there's more to that. Yeah, respect cold art. Never be ashamed of what you're packing in your underwear. It's not your fault, bro. It's not your fault. Unless you believe in reincarnation, then it's entirely your fault. Paradox, is your girl fine enough to carry the channel until you get the mask? This is a very good question. Paradox, you need to get a mask, bro. I think masking up is the way to go. Do a video and do a voiceover and match up the lip movement. That could be a way to go. Yeah, a homeless MMA channel was wild. I've never come across anything like that. When Northwest first said that to me, I genuinely thought you were joking. I genuinely thought he was joking. Because he mentioned it to me in chat. He said like I'm a homeless MMA tuber, and I was like, haha, yeah. And then I actually like looked into it, and Not only is it true, it's fucking interesting. And I want nothing more than to see Northwest get to a stage where his situation improves greatly, because no one should have to go through that, especially a fucking epic cunt like that. I have 15 accounts. You'll be at 800 when I'm out of the pool. Oh man, I really appreciate that. I'm trying to keep the I don't mind when people do it with one or two accounts because it's all good, but I'd rather grow slowly and have every single person is a genuine, like like an actual real person than all. I genuinely prefer that. I really appreciate that though. That's really nice of you to even offer that service. Keeping up with I find keeping up with alts must be fucking exhausting. Sorry guys. I've lost my train of thought there. Um do you do you still watch the fights while you're homeless? I don't think Northwest does watch the fights. From what I understand. What the hell is this poll? It was not my fucking idea, bro. It was all Western. You know I would never do anything like this. Having said that, how's it going? How's it fucking going? Let's have a look. How did Anderson and Pena beat the Beehive? Y'all are gay, man. Y'all are gay. The thing is, yeah, being perfectly honest, I wouldn't stick my dick in a Beehive, but I'd definitely think about it if those were the two options. Especially if it was Pena. I'd do Megan Anderson. I would. I'm not even gonna lie. Fuck pineapple pizza. No Chill MMA seems to have the best life. Chilling in the pool, doing cocaine. That sounds like the life I never got to have. And that one day I'm definitely gonna have to aspire to. I'm coming up correct on the poll. It's a good poll. It's not the dumbest poll we've done in here. It's not the dumbest poll in here. My girl shits on Cortez. Cortez went way down in my estimation when that fucking eyelash went sailing through the sky. That instantly turned me off. I don't know about you boys. Instantly. I was instantly grossed out by that shit. Yeah, I9 is a mod. I've only got one chief mod in here, and we all know who that is. But I don't like being in charge of modding people. I'd rather stay the fuck out of that. Do you believe in the afterlife, or just everything is black? The thing is, Joe, I love the idea of an afterlife. I genuinely do, because it was something that used to freak me out when I was growing up. The one fear to me is that it's just like nothingness. That's probably my biggest fear. I'd personally rather go to hell than just go to nothing. I don't know about you guys. What would you choose? Would you choose hell or nothing? Interesting. Interested to know what you guys think about that. Pool party with Pollyanna Viana, Tracy Cortez, Nina Drama, Veronica Hardy's all right. But the fact that she's getting dicked down by that fucking weasel-faced cunt, again, who you get dicked down by is kind of relevant, isn't it? I mean, Tracy Cortez kind of fucked things up for us when she started getting piped out by Brian Ortega, but yeah, that sounds like a kinky game, that shitting on Cortez. But that would be the way I'd set it up, colder, and I'd have Diana Belbita there as well, and I'd have Luana Santos there as well. No, sure, you're the man. No, I haven't. I'm not going to check the subscriber count until tomorrow. What is the process of becoming unhomeless? That's the thing. I was more interested to find out how. I'm very interested in knowing Northwest's story and how he got to that stage, because it's fascinating to me. Make the vid if she's comfortable. I made them all sub to myself. Never used them. Yeah, I can get how that. the thing is that you have to kind of. The biggest mistake I made when I started out YouTube is telling like my friends and family to subscribe to me when I first started out, because obviously you need somebody to subscribe to you, and none of the cunts watch my videos because they don't like MMA and they think I'm a dickhead. So it's like it was a complete waste of time. So it was like a very much start when I first got into YouTube. How is it a homeless MMA channel if he doesn't watch the fights? I'm confused. Um, Maybe he manages to watch some of the fights. From what I understand, he operates on a phone, so maybe he can get some illegal streams going every now and then. We'd have to ask him. But I assume maybe he watches them afterwards. Maybe he just doesn't watch them live. But I remember him mentioning that he couldn't watch a particular stream that we were watching. So it could be that he just watches them retrospectively. Cocaine is the fucking best shit ever. I've never done cocaine. Bro, I've only done like weed. I have a feeling that we've talked about drugs many times on this channel. It is something that comes up every now and then. I'm pretty sure I got MDMA bombed without my consent. But nobody got hurt, so yeah. Northwest just be making shit up. I can tell you honestly, he definitely does not. 803, Jesus Christ. I almost wanted to be surprised when I woke, because I always wait until I wake up, because often people will subscribe in the chat and then come to their senses and unsubscribe. So I end up back where I started. So I don't really check until I've woken up with that morning wood. If anybody really wants to do a beehive, I have 17 of them over here, lol. Take your pick. Fortunately, I'm not that desperate yet. And I don't have to make that choice. That to me would be my idea of hell. Like when you arrive in hell, in one door you've got Megan Anderson, in the middle door you've got Juliana Pena, and in the third door you've got a beehive. And you're naked. And you got a full stiffy that you need to get rid of. Long legs is everything. Even I9's I used to be strictly a leg first person, but then I started smashing and I became evolved. You need a nice face because you have to look at her afterwards and during for some of it. And arse is obviously completely where it's at. You need the arse is number one after the face, or number two. You can get away with a lot if there's a nice arse in the equation. Prime versus Prime, BJ Penn versus Volkanovski all day long. Nothingness is terrifying, and that's how I've always felt about Economist Power. That's the thing that's the most scary concept to me. And I used to be fucking shit terrified of it when I was a kid. And certainly when it came to my relatives as well. You know, like people that I was really close to. It was more that. I was more scared about them than I was about myself. And considering what my mother's going through as well at the moment, it's become an even more like harsh reality that I have to deal with. But yeah, thanks to everyone here for pushing us above 800. I've been trying to get above 800 for what feels like a fucking eternity. I think a chick's face is the most important along with a good figure. But if I'm smashing a girl with an ugly mug and a nice butt, yeah, I agree with that, Mark. Again, we spoke about this at the beginning of the stream. It's the post-nut situation. Real men understand this. Frankie, I don't know if you plan to talk about these topics, but I'd love to see a video about your opinion on Jiro Prohaska at 185. We were going to make a video about it earlier on in the week. I could see how we could do well there, but middleweight's kind of stacked now. I still think he's got winnable fights at 205. I mean, he's only lost to fucking Alex in 15 fights. So I still wouldn't I wouldn't hate him against Hill. I wouldn't hate him against Ankalaev. I think he could potentially do some damage there. I don't know. I could make a full video on it. I'd be happy to do that. My ex-girlfriend found my YouTube and was trying to spam me. Yeah. How did she manage that? That sounds like a nightmare scenario for me. Does anyone aside from your girl know you started yet? Started YouTube? Um, everyone in my city. Yeah, most of my friends and family know that I'm on YouTube now, but they don't take it seriously. And they, yeah, like I said, they don't, they're not aware of how much the channel has grown. The last time they probably looked at it, it was like 60 subs or whatever. And I had a lot of people shitting on me when I first started doing it. They're like, why are you doing that? It's a waste of time. Has nothing to do with money. It has to do with finding a community like this, which I feel like I've achieved. Thoughts on political commentator Joff? I knew he was gonna. I knew he was gonna have a video out instantly after that. I don't watch Joff's stuff anymore. I just think he's an angry old man. I'm not a big fan of his. I just find his whole like way of talking and stuff just irritating. Fair play to him. He's done really well on YouTube and he did force the issue a lot. But I don't like that he's a bit of a clout chaser. I don't like that he's somebody who calls out names and acts like he's people like that are very dangerous when they get clout. Cause he's and this whole like doxing thing and accusing every relevant YouTuber of botting him and no one gives a fuck about you, bro. People are spamming you because they think you're a cunt and they find you annoying and they know it's pissing you off, so they're gonna do it more. That's the first rule in any game, right? If people know they're getting to you, they're gonna keep doing it. He's a dumbass. If hell has Megan Anderson, count me in. Legs is all about thighs. Yeah, it's all about thighs. Who gives a fuck about calves? Got any crazy exes, Frankie? Are you mad? They're all crazy. 95% of them fall into that category. You could argue that I'm the common denominator, but as my boys, we're gonna rule that narrative out. It was clearly all of their fault. Opinions on anal. Um, I mean, I don't care about it that much. It's nice to have as an option. I've only ever done it with a handful of females who requested it, and there was one time when I accidentally kicked the back door in by accident, and then just kept going with it. But I had one really bad experience with anal that was like, I'm sure I don't have to spell this out for you. You can draw in the blanks yourself. Think about the worst thing that could happen when you're doing anal, and fill in the blanks yourself. But yeah, yeah, I'm not too. I'm not somebody who requests it. Death is the only thing you don't have to worry about because it's not in your hands. 100%, bro. I think that's the best attitude to take to it. Just the best way that I try to think about death is just to appreciate life and just try to make the most out of life as you can, and just do everything that you want to do within that. Yeah, it's getting very sexual based here. Missionary is my way to go. Um, yeah, fair play. I mean, it's a fucking staple for a reason. I'm just not really attracted to somebody until I talk to them. Aaron, this is exactly what I've evolved to, by the way. I got asked a question about this quite recently about don't you find chicks in like don't you go like wild over chicks you see in public, like is there a sexual attraction there? And I'm like, nah, man, not anymore. Not anymore. I actually, not to sound like a soy piece of shit here, but personality really doesn't matter. Because again, it's that post nut thing, man. I don't want to be around anyone who I can't listen to for longer than 60 seconds. Because it's just awkward. I've had post nut clarity pretty much every time in my life. Pretty much every time. Apart from with like I said, there's the mother of my kids. The list is short. The list is short. This chat is about to make me bust. Bro, I've tried every fucking position known to man. and everywhere. And everywhere. What's the weirdest place you've ever done it in? I'm gonna throw that out in the chat. Where's the weirdest place that you've smashed? My answer is gonna disgust you. Um Name 3 things you don't like about the UK. Dibis, dope, welcome to the chat, sir. Really appreciate you having you here. 3 things you don't like about the UK. It's more like there's a lot of things I dislike about the UK. It's more like thinking about my top 3. Everything's too expensive now, but I think that's the same for everywhere. Shit, man, this is actually a harder question than I thought it would be. I kind of like it here. I like the weather. I like it cold. I kind of like where I live now. You know, people kind of leave me alone. I don't like the knife crime. I don't like little yobbos that carry knives around with them that talk shit and are always trying to like. Yeah, it's more young people and knives, and the UK has a massive knife problem. Where like the gun problem in America is like a very similar situation with the UK and knives, and people are fucking sneaky with it. So I'd say that is probably the worst thing. And sometimes it's fucking grim here. You know, it's like because the weather's always grey most of the time, it just feels like you're living in a fucking dystopian nightmare. Is that a helpful answer for you? I hope it is. I'd give Pena some pipe. That had to be talking differently from that point on. Maybe you could pipe her into having a decent fucking thought. I have 0 thoughts during sex other than fucking. No, chill, you haven't lived then, man. I'm thinking of all kinds of stuff while I'm smashing away. And it can be as mundane as fuck. Sometimes I think of mundane shit just to keep the fucking wood going. It's a good tactic to prevent that nut, you know what I mean? Reverse cowgo doggy angled up higher, and missionary are the top 3 in order. I quite like the table. I like on a table when you're standing. That's probably my go-to. That's a goated position for me. Does Aljo's striking? I love how we're just kind of like this is wild in here. Does Aljo's striking improve, meaning he hasn't reached his prime? I think Aljo's striking is better than people give him credit for. He's pretty funky. He's hard to read because he's so tarded in there. But no, is the answer to that question. He's 36 now. He's gonna keep doing what he's doing. That's what I'm saying, brother. Atma. By the way, another reminder, please, I9s, feel free at any point in time to just throw your channel up in here. Best position, lady on her side, top leg up. That's a really good position as well. Like on the side, leg up like that. I don't know why I demonstrated it. You're crushing that, absolutely. Yeah, I9s is the fucking guy. Go and check out his channel. This isn't bad MMA sex. I feel really bad now because we've been talking about it for the last half an hour. I peed 10 times since your stream started. Bro, are you wasted right now? Joff is a grandiose narcissist. He is, man. He is. You just have to look at his stupid little logo and look at him and know that the guy's deluded as fuck. Like, you don't see me make it. Look at my logo, yeah? It's a dumpy fucking... It looks like the Michelin Man with salt shooting out the top of his head. Because I'm not an unrealistic fuck. Joff's fucking badge says everything you need to know about the guy. Look at that badge and look at him. He thinks he's a fucking shredded alpha. He's an angry cunt who gets mad when his wife brings him the wrong fucking eggs in the morning. He definitely looks like he has egg rage. I've said that before. I love to carry a girl. To be honest, yeah, I don't really like carrying during all that. I mean, that's there's so many more positions you can do that aren't that don't take as much effort. I'm a minimal effort, maximum grade type individual. No, you actually meet one good woman and it ruins dating for you. I agree with that, Aaron. 100%. 100%. I think when you find an actual person who's worth hanging around with, it fucks up the player game for the rest of your life. It really does. And also, like, it's it just gets boring after a while. Go with my suggestion, especially if you aren't long, you'll never get deeper. Bro, Weston, all the jokes I made about having a hamster dick were just jokes. They were just jokes. Or were they? It's got a fucking baby's arm holding an apple down there, mate. I'll tell you that. We scared Paradox away. Do you have any sons or daughters? Having a daughter in this world scares me. I've got several children. I've got boys and girls. And my eldest daughter is a fucking monster. She's 5'10", and she's a karate black belt. And she's like she'd probably whoop my ass at this stage. I made sure my kids are trained. Hotel elevator. That's quite a common one, actually. A lot of people do it in an elevator. Weirdest place I smashed is on a golf cart or maybe in a parking garage. I haven't done a golf cart, but I have done a parking garage. I've never done a hotel elevator. Too much of a quickie for me. I smashed at the top of a lookout tower. That's quite creative. Or a psych ward. I smashed an old lady when I was off the valley in biggest regret only about a month ago too. The thing is, Mark, I'm going to be real, bro. I fucking believe you. I completely believe you. Scenic lookout tower sounds dope. See, that makes sense to me. And I quite like heights. Did you find your girl sexy when she was pregnant? I've always wondered how it feels when your girl pregnant with your... Absolutely not. I, when my the mother of my kid was pregnant, the cutoff point was like 3 months. It might have even been before then. And I get you're not poking the baby in the head or whatever, but it just felt weird to me. So no, she was not happy about it. I'll put it that way. But nah, there was just something about it that weirded me out. And again, some people they love that shit. Some people are into like pregnant porn, which is a bit weird for me. I'm not much of a porn person. I've just never been into it. I get no satisfaction from watching strangers fucking fake their way through humping each other. I hate eating arse. ICL. How about you boys? Yeah, I'm not really into the arse eating. Like I'm fully down for going down on a girl. Like my click game is sensational. But eating the arse, I don't know, that just seems kind of rank to me. But again, each to their own. Say less, Frankie. Thanks for the shout out, OG. Anytime, my brother. I say this to anyone who's an MMA creator in here. I'm all for the promotion. I want us all to have our own like community and to grow together. Did I pin the can I advise everyone here? If you're in here for the first time and you're enjoying what you see, don't just subscribe. Join the Discord because we talk on there all the fucking time. Y'all aren't men yet. I'm eating booty. Now, again, Ionines, I'm not saying that I haven't. I'm not confirming or denying. I'm just saying it very much depends on the female as well. It very much depends on a... Not wasted, just on snow, so barely even buzzed. I gained 33 pounds today, and most of it was... How the fuck did you do that? Water retention is a real thing. Yeah, table is goated. It ain't about... Sides... Again, it depends on your... It depends on the woman as well. And her build. I genuinely think it's impossible to be universally a universally goated great smasher. Because it very much depends on who you're smashing as well. And she's the age of the chat viewers. I remember everything like an elephant. Trust that. 5'10", Jesus, bro. Where the fuck did that come from? Man, I'm totally fucking lost right now. Mark really wants to know what Paradox's favorite sex position is. Please tell him, Paradox, so we can get this done. Poets Seat Tower in Greenfield, MA. That was the one. Damn. Lawnmower porn goes hard. What the fuck is lawnmower porn? Lawnmower porn? Yeah, no, I just mean sexy in the way she looked, not for sex. Don't think I would be able to, too. I just realized I've caught up to the I'm eating the booty comment. They do the 4th of July fireworks there. You see, again, that's a clued in way of thinking. Like, I've done a few balconies in my time in different cities, which are always good. I've definitely been like peeped on without realizing. I've definitely been cucked, for sure. Paradox, why are you ignoring me? Mark is raging right now. You say this to everybody that makes you, which is awesome. Crystal, man. Again, Crystal, you're modded, right? You must be. Crystal's not modded. Crystal, you've been around for more than long enough to be modded. If you eat pussy wild enough, you're gonna slip up and eat some ass. That's just the name of the game. And you're lying to yourself if you don't realize that. Especially if you're a real dog in a game and you eat from every position imaginable. So that's just gonna happen. It's an occupational hazard. No, I ain't eating the booty. Still got my sausage and plums. Weston, you haven't lived, mate. Yeah, I don't know. I hate eating ass. I just feel really bad because most girls I meet have never been eaten out. I'm good at it. So many guys refuse to go down there, but I used to think going down on girls was gross. I grew up in a subculture where all of us pretended that we hated that shit, but then we all secretly did it. Well, I hate super spicy Indian food. Drank 4 pitchers of water and 12 water bottles. Yeah, Westy knows what's up. Westy's going through a tough time right now because he's been used for his dick for the last 2 years and he's fed up of it. And we've all been there too. Reverse Asian tadpole is what the fuck is reverse Asian? Man, I feel like I'm getting educated right now. I'm starting to believe you might be 57 coming out with shit like that. I think lawnmower porn might be the only porn that does. I bet you could find lawnmower porn out there. There's no porn that doesn't exist. The thing is, yeah, my philosophy on sexual relations, just to wrap this up. I mean, I don't think we're going to wrap this up because you guys are cooking right now. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it. And if the person that you're into enjoys it, find a way of enjoying it. Yeah, Crystal should be modded, and she is modded now. I think we're almost caught up. It definitely depends on the girl, 100%. Compatibility is everything. Anyone who says to me that they're a goat smasher is a fucking child in the game as far as I'm concerned, and they're lying. I've had some horrendous smashes. Horrendous. And I've also had some smashes where I've literally thought I was a god in there. It depends, innit? And I found that experience has not really. I mean, obviously, experience matters to some extent. Of course, it does. But it's all about compatibility. And if you don't understand that, you haven't smashed enough people. Not that I'm advising that you do. If you guys keep naming this crazy stuff, y'all are gonna have to look it up. Yeah, it's getting out of control, Crystal. I am curious about this Asian tadpole though. Did you say reverse Asian tadpole? Is this a real thing or am I getting trolled again? How's our poll doing? Speaking of fucked up. I think you just fucked me. You just fucked me. Well done, sir. You got me. I'd eat Andrade. Meh. Again, I'm not even saying I wouldn't smash her. I'm just saying that her OnlyFans made my dick disappear back up into my body. That's all I said. She's probably nicer in person. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that, Mark. I'm all about. Here's the thing. Here's the best advice I can give to anyone who's got a dick slinging game, and that advice is: you need to get with somebody who you want to please more than yourself, and who wants to please you more than themselves, and then you'll have a fucking whale of a time. That's what you need. Because genuinely, like, I look to last as long as I can and be as skilled as I can for them, not for myself. And you find that if you have that attitude and they have that attitude, it ends up being fucking amazing. You'd smash Andrade. Probably, yeah. Probably. She's like 5'1". And she doesn't have completely no bunda. Yeah, I probably would. I probably would. Did any of you in the chat pick Tracy Cortez last night? I made a 3-leg parlay. For those of you who were in Dougie's chat yesterday, I shelled out $100 on a 3-leg parlay for what's his face? The guy who fought Drew Dober. I think my brain's melting right now. Anyway, Jean Silva got Bonfim, which I was a little bit lucky with, even though he won the fight. I thought he was going to gas out after the first round. And Rose, $100 won me a nice 400. So yeah, anyone who was picking Tracy Cortez, I actually feel bad, because in ITP stream, I said that Tracy Cortez was quite a good fighter, and I take that back. She was shit. Why do they call her Chinese? Why a macho? What's with the Chinese Tracy thing? And bear in mind, Jed, that my son is half Chinese before you say anything out of pocket. I don't think there's anything wrong with smashing Andrade. Mark, lube exists. It can be helpful in a pinch, mate. 100%. You should dip your head in Andrade bathwater for that pick, Paradox. Okay, maybe I'm back off. Wouldn't smash, just get a taste. Not gonna lie, her OnlyFans is meant for girls since she's a lesbian. I bet she could do us. That's what I'm saying. She's more of like, I see her as more of like the feminine dyke, which I can fuck with. Yes, in it. Get it with someone you want to. Yeah, I've got that one. So we're all caught up. All right, then, chat. We're gonna round it up pretty soon. I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes because I've gone over the 2 hours, which I promised Paradox that I wouldn't do. Paradox, are you ready to set yourself up there, son? Because we're gonna do a raid on Paradox to get his Paradox, a long time friend of the channel. We want to give him a nice boost as well, and get his chat popping off. This has been a wild one, and again, I appreciate every single one of you cunts. I really do. Molly McCann or Andrade. Andrade all day long. Molly McCann goes on the do not fuck list. 100%. She's foul. She's foul. Of course, Andrade. Are you mental? Are you mental? Of course, Andrade. I didn't even have to think about that one. Of course you can get a shout. Could you please, anyone who's here, could you please subscribe to No Chill MMA? Great channel over there. I'm really glad that I'm really grateful to Paradox for introducing me to your stuff as well, because again, very entertaining, and your chat is awesome as well. So do subscribe to No Chill MMA. Paradox, if you could throw No Chill MMA into the chat as well and get some subs over there, I'd be very grateful for that. And you can expect a shout out every time you come here. It's really good to see you as well, Mark, man. You fucking legend. And thanks for boosting my ego, man. Sometimes I just need a little bit of love. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, sub to No Chill MMA, sub to Paradox as well. Thank you, brother. This line of coke is for you. Damn straight, brother. I'm definitely gonna have to try that shit one day. Paradox, let me know when you're up and running, and then I will end the stream, Dave. And Matro, so it's really good having you back in here as well. I missed having you, man, when I thought you were dead. I was genuinely scared. I'm gonna be totally honest about that. And our poll has ended with a narrow victory for Megan Anderson over the Beehive, which is really fucking disappointing. I'm going to be honest. That could have been my favorite poll of all time, and we've spoiled it, boys. We've absolutely cooked it. Cocaine. We all need love, but you deserved it, bro. Carrying that community, bro. It's been like I cannot explain how grateful I am. We spoke about this in our last stream. There were multiple occasions, well, not multiple. There was probably 2 or 3 times where I nearly quit YouTube entirely, and for some reason we just like plowed our way through. If you really want to try it, come to USA, bro. UK Coke is chemical BS. I am coming back to America at some point to see it. I'm thinking to go to like we're all talking about doing like some sort of Miami like meetup, but I don't do fucking drugs in the UK because you should never do drugs in places where they're straight up, where you can't get them directly from across the border, or they're just straight up illegal. It's not worth it. Appreciate Ironines, you fucking legend. And again, subscribe to Ironines, absolute legend in the game, and a prospective fighter as well, so you can follow his career. Paradox is about to go live, so everyone now jump over to Paradox the Chad. I'm gonna, if you want to keep this chat going, so I'm quickly gonna pin that in the chat. Thanks very much to everyone who got me to 800 as well. I really, hopefully it will hold. Hopefully it will hold. I'll believe it's held if I get to like tomorrow afternoon and it's still there. That'd be sweet. But I'll be back on tomorrow as well. Yeah, get over to Paradox. Much love to all of you. I will visit Atlanta at some point as well. I've heard Atlanta's fucking sick. But no, I'll definitely get over there. Much love to all of you, really. I appreciate every single one of you cunts. And thanks for another wild chat again. I really appreciate it, guys. Get over to Paradox to chat because I'm going to be over there myself, stinking it up in the chat. Much love, homies. I'll see you all soon. Thanks very much, Connors, pal. I'll see you soon as well, brother. Always a pleasure to have you here. Much love, my boys and girls. In a bit.